abs are really important. All right, whether you can see them or not, our core is important. Hey, Mark McKillier with Live Anabolic, and I put together a 10-minute ab workout for you guys. I'm going to get to it in a minute. It's really fun and interesting, and that's always what I do when I'm trying to put together a workout is keep a lot of variety, keep it interesting and fun, and you're much more likely to do it. So it's 6 different exercises, but there's 2 ways to do it. There's an advanced way, and there's a way for beginners, and I'm going to explain both of those ways. But first, I just want to briefly talk about abs. Everybody wants abs, right? And the problem is very few people have them. So what's the deal? Are they just not doing my 6 exercises? Is that the only thing they're missing? No. Abs are made in the kitchen. You've heard me say that lots of times, hopefully. All right? So no matter how hard you work your abs, no matter how many times you do this workout that I'm about to show you, you won't have abs if they're covered in fat. You'll have great, strong stability. You'll have a great core. You'll be supporting your back. You'll be lowering your possibility of getting hurt or injured. That's all great, but you won't have those really good-looking abs that everybody wants. And the reason why nobody has them is because the nutrition, the body fat, getting that low body fat is so hard to do. It takes time. It takes consistency. You have to really be on point with your nutrition on a regular basis. You can't get abs in a week or 2 of just really working out hard, all right? So lowering that body fat, really paying attention to your nutrition is what is gonna make those abs visible. But doing these exercises for our core is what's gonna make your abs strong, and especially as we age, it's so important to have a strong core for stability, for our spine. How many of you guys right now have got lower back problems? What, 60, 70, maybe 90% of you guys, all right? Well, if you do these exercises on a regular basis and really build up your core strength, it will help improve your lower back problems. And for a lot of guys, I know it's too late, but if you've been doing these for the last 20 or 30 years, you might not have ever developed lower back problems. The other thing that's so important is not just visible, you're not gonna be able to see this, but it helps with your posture, okay? It'll help you from getting fatigued, sitting, hunched over at your computer. And then the other thing is your core, and I use abs and core interchangeably, all right? I consider more or less the same thing. So every movement in your entire body, whether it's an upper body movement or a lower body movement, is initiated and supported with your core. So basically, your core is pretty darn important, all right? The problem is it's no fun to do, but I'm gonna make it fun today. Okay, guys, real quick before I get into the ab workout, please check out our Facebook page. I'm the moderator. I'm the guy in there answering all the questions. Over 20,000 guys. Click the link below this video. You will not regret it. It is fantastic. Please join. And then the second thing is, guys, help us spread the word about this fantastic YouTube channel. And the best way to do that is to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with your buddies. All of that will help YouTube know guys like this channel, and they will recommend us to other men around the world. All right, so I said 6 exercises today. I'm gonna show you all 6 of them, and I'm gonna explain that there's actually 2 ways to do this workout. All right, so this is a 2-for-1 deal today in today's video. The advanced way is I'm gonna have you do the exercises in pairs, and I'm gonna have you do 2 exercises back to back with no rest in between them. That's a superset, right? So every exercise is done for 30 seconds. So you advanced guys are gonna do an exercise for 30 seconds and then immediately transition to the second exercise. I call them exercises 1A and 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B. All right, so that's how the advanced people are gonna do it. And you're gonna do a superset. So that's 2 exercises for 30 seconds each, back to back, no rest. So that's a total of 1 minute. Then you stop, give yourself a little rest before you do the next superset, all right? And the next superset, of course, is 2 new exercises that I'm gonna explain. Now, that's for the more advanced guys. For the beginners, same 6 exercises. You're still gonna try to do them for 30 seconds. You may fatigue and have to stop after 15 or 20 seconds. That's fine. Try to make it to 30 seconds. But for you beginners, this is the fun part. You do one exercise for 30 seconds, stop, catch your breath, rest a little bit, then move on to the second exercise. 30 seconds, stop, catch your breath, and you're gonna work your way down through all 6 exercises. Both advanced and beginners, you're gonna do this 2 complete cycles, all right? You do it for 2 cycles, even with the rest thrown in, 10 minutes. How cool is that? All right, so remember, everything's timed today, so we're not counting reps, which means I'm just gonna use the stopwatch on my cell phone. And some of these exercises, I'm gonna be facing down. Some of them I'm gonna be on my back facing up. So I need to put my phone or my stopwatch in a location where I can see it, whether I'm facing down or up. This is how you do it. Right there. So doesn't matter where I'm facing, I can bend my head and look over there and see how many seconds have expired. All right, so that's the trick. Now, I'm gonna go through all the 6 exercises, and I'm not gonna do them back to back like the advanced guys, because the goal of the video is to explain the 6 exercises, show you the form, maybe tell you some things to avoid doing, all right? But putting them together for 30 seconds with no rest on a superset isn't gonna help you guys so much, all right? So the very first exercise, and I call these 2 exercises 1A and 1B. Mountain climbers is 1A and reverse plank. So let me just explain, let me show you. So this is the first exercise for you beginners. Mountain climbers, you're down in a push-up position, all right? So I'm gonna go through it slow, and then I'm gonna show you how to do it fast. So you bring a knee forward and then back. And you just alternate side to side, like you're climbing a mountain, except we're horizontal instead of vertical. Now guys, this is the slow way to do it. And I could look over here at my timer. You know, I didn't hit start, but I can easily see how many seconds I've been doing it. Now, if you want to speed it up for the more advanced guys, you just go faster. Just boom, boom. You're just kind of bouncing side to side. And I can look over. All right. Exercise 1A. So exercise 1B, all right, is a reverse plank. Now, beginners, you do those mountain climbers, then you stop and rest and catch your breath, right? For the advanced guys, you immediately transition into the reverse planks, and you can see the clock over there, all right? And you're just gonna hold it 30 seconds. Try to stay nice and stiff, a straight body here. All right, so I can glance over at the clock, keep track of the 30 seconds, all right? And that's a reverse plank. Now, for the advanced guys who did those 2 exercises back to back with no rest, now is the time to stop and catch your breath, all right? Give yourself a minute or so before you move on to the next superset, which I'm gonna show you in just a sec. All right, so this is exercise 2A and 2B. So for you advanced guys, of course, you're gonna combine these back to back with no rest. For the beginners, you're gonna do 1, rest, and then do the second one, all right? So the first one is just a real straightforward elbow plank. Once again, I would just hit the start button here, boom. You get down in a plank position on your elbows, keep your back nice and straight, and then I can glance over at the clock and keep track of the 30-second mark, okay? All right, so I don't really have to do 30 seconds here because I'm just trying to show you the form, but don't get your butt up real high and don't let it sag down like this. Try to keep it nice and straight. There's 25, all right? So you do this for 30 seconds, and you advanced guys are gonna flip over with no rest. You can see the clock here, and you're gonna do flutter kicks. All right, so boom, boom. Flutter kicks for 30 seconds. I can easily see the timer going. Now, remember, the beginners, you do that reverse plank, you do the elbow plank for 30 seconds, stop and give yourself a little rest. So, and you don't have to rest the same amount of time after every exercise. Some of these are a little more difficult than others, might require more rest. All right, so beginners, catch your breath after those elbow planks. Then you can come over here, hit the start button again, all right? And then don't let your heels hit the ground. I like to put my hands just under my tailbone here. It makes it feel a little better. All right, so my butt is basically sitting on my hands, all right? And you're just gonna kick up and down for 30 seconds. So, boom, you do this, and then you beginners, you're lucky, you get to rest. The advanced guys had to do those 2 exercises back to back with no rest in between them. All right, so the final 2 exercises are 3A and 3B, all right? So you advanced guys are gonna do these together once again with no rest. The beginners, I'm gonna show you how to do them individually. You know, you would hit the start button and then, you know, kind of look at the clock for 30 seconds. But this is, the first one is a seated twisting punch. All right, so you're gonna kind of get in this position here, and you're gonna stay in this position. All right, you hit the start button on the clock, and I just want you punching from side to side for 30 seconds. Don't go down, just stay. And of course, you're doing this, your abs are nice and tight. You have no choice but to engage your abs. Otherwise, you'll just fall backwards, all right? And then, you know, you can just glance at the clock and stop at 30 seconds. All right, so that's 3A. Now 3B, for you more advanced guys, you do that, and with no rest, we're gonna get back over here on your back. And just like the flutter kicks, except we're just gonna do leg lifts. Don't let those heels hit the ground. All right? All right, I can easily see the timer over there. If I'd hit the start button, all I'm doing is waiting for that 30-second mark to come up. All right, and there you go. For the advanced guys, you just did 3 supersets with a little bit of rest in between each combination of exercises. And for you beginners, you did 6 individual exercises with rest in between all 6 of them. Now, just like before, give yourself a break. Now this is, you know, you just finished that whole 6 exercise circuit there. Give yourself 2 or 3 minutes, all right? Let things kind of flush out. Get that lactic acid out of your system, catch your breath, all right? And then you got to do it again, right? Because I said 2 circuits. So that first circuit should have only taken at most 5 minutes. And that includes the rest in between. All right, so boom, do 2 circuits. There you go, 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 6 exercises. Each one is done twice. You do 12 sets of abs in 10 minutes. Hey, that's a good day. All right, so hopefully you guys realize that abs are really important. All right, whether you can see them or not, our core is important for all the reasons I mentioned earlier in the video. But if you really want to see them, and we all do, and I want nice visible abs just like everybody else, the only way to get those kind of abs is keeping your nutrition on point. And I'm pointing to my kitchen right now, okay? That's the way to get both a strong core and ripped visible abs that everybody wants. And the only way to do that is to stick with it and never give up on yourself.